Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Supplement Engineer channel. I'm Leonardo. This is my wonderful sidekick, Michelangelo.
Hi, I'm hungry. I want pizza. For real.
Yeah, you are very fitting of the Michelangelo character. You are always hungry. You are kind of a goofball like Michelangelo is.
My weapon would be different.
Yes, what would you use? You wouldn't use the nunchucks?
No, because I'm too spastic for the nunchucks. I want the two little knives that are size. I want the size.
Yeah, so guys, welcome back. As always, we thank you for joining us on these Wednesday live Q&As. As you can tell, we are decked out in our Halloween costumes because Halloween is rapidly approaching. It is 72 hours away.
I don't know.
It's Saturday. And so we are planning to go trick-or-treating with our little halfling who will be dressed up in her Ninja Turtle outfit. And let us know where you guys are from, if y'all are doing anything for Halloween, what's your favorite alcoholic beverage. Sandy's got her cocktail as...
Zubroka!
Yeah, so what's all in there?
Zubroka! I love the apple Zubroka. That's just the best. So it's apple Zubroka and cranberry juice, and then Robert put a dash of bitters.
Orange bitters.
As if it matters. No, it's delicious.
It gives nuance to the beverage. We need nuance. We just don't want...
And one of the fancy square cubes.
There we go. So guys, post up any comments, questions you have for us. Let us know what you're doing for Halloween. Let us know your favorite scary movie. If you have any, if you think all Halloween movies are dumb, then that's fine. And tell us what you're going to be doing on Saturday in lieu of
Halloween.
Being obnoxious on Halloween.
I found out a new fact. Someone told me that Halloween has a full moon, and that has not happened since 1944.
Interesting.
So it has been years in our lifetime. This has never happened before.
76 years.
That there's a Halloween full moon. Ooh.
2020 is just a really screwed up year.
It's
all
such
around.
an interesting. I think it's going to snow in Texas. I'm convinced.
Welcome, Kazamon. Yeah, man, this was one of my favorite cartoons growing up as a child was Ninja Turtles, hands down. The movies were awesome. Part of that was what made me jump into martial arts because I like that. I like the Karate Kid.
There was a whole ninja thing in the 90s.
Chuck Norris.
We talked about this.
Well, martial arts was huge in the 80s.
It was huge in the
80s
and 90s.
Yeah.
Right? So the 90s had like surf ninjas and the three ninjas. And then the Karate Kid was like the 80s. But there was like enough martial arts things that even I wanted to do ninja stuff.
So yeah, you always had, well, plus you had all the Chuck Norris movies because he started in the 70s, but then he really got big in the 80s and 90s.
I mean, I didn't, yeah. The only Chuck Norris, I don't
Steven Seagal too.
I didn't watch any of those when I was younger.
Interestingly,
right, you should be Splinter.
My favorite Ninja Turtle, actually when I was a kid, was Donatello. It wasn't Leonardo, but we figured,
Robert's the leader.
Yeah, as I grew older, I identified more with Donatello just because he was the really science nerdy one, and obviously, for obvious reasons, that's why I gravitated towards him.
But we made him the leader. He had to think really hard. When we had to buy this, whatever, $40 to $50 costume.
Well, this thing was like $60 or $70.
It was like $80?
No, it wasn't.
We had to pick one. It was like, it only came in one color. And I was like, oh, what are we going to go with? Blue or purple? Blue or okay, I can't get over this. My eyes look wide. My face looks so wide in this thing. And I don't have a wide face. I have a very long, skinny face. And this gear is making me look awkward.
Well, this tames my eyes unless I do like really big.
Yeah, he looks like he has a tiny eyes and tiny head.
So yeah, all good things.
This is distorting us.
Yeah, I think that's a ripoff though. The men's costumes only come in one color. The women's, you get all four colors.
I can pick whatever color I want.
And masks and everything.
I can do whatever I want. I can change the masks, which is really cool because I have the purple one, which is super Mardi Gras too. So that's really cool.
Yeah.
And then I have the different colors. It's just amazing.
Yes. Scott McGarlene, there we go. How are things in Scotland, Scott? Ever notice how Michael Myers always seems to be able to catch people running away from him without actually? Yeah.
Yes.
That is, I don't know if you'd call that a plot hole or just part of the mystique.
No, it's part of the scary. No, it's like, in a nightmare, you're running, but you can't run very fast. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's like you have paralysis of the leg. Wait. Other people have that, right? It's not just me.
You are a unique case.
Wait,
I don't know.
Wait. This is important. You have dreams where you're running away from someone and your legs don't move and you can't run very fast, right?
I always just jump kick them in the face and I win. So I don't know.
Wait. Wait. I don't know if that's a me thing or if that's an everybody thing, but in my dreams, when I'm running away from someone, I literally just can't run fast. And I feel like the Michael Myers, what's the word? Like feeds into that fear of no matter how fast you run, it's like he doesn't have to run to get to you. He's going to get you anyways. And you're like, oh, I can't. I can't. And it doesn't matter how fast you run. He's going to get you anyways. To me, it perpetuates the fear. If he was running, it wouldn't be as scary because then you could feel like, oh, I can outrun him. But the fact that he's walking and still gaining on you, that's a mind trip. Yeah. But do other people have that, right?
You can't run through a punch worth.
True. I never fight back in my dreams. I do weird things in my dreams.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
Let's not get into it. Aside from your math visions that you have in the middle of the night where you're explaining math things while you're sleeping.
I have math visions in my brain.
Favorite Halloween candy or candy in general?
Okay, I only like candy corn at Halloween. I don't really like it any other time. You know, like the little candy corns? Yeah. And the little candy pumpkins. That is only for Halloween. It's the only time I like it.
Right, but what other kind? Like, what is your other favorite?
I've recently discovered the dark chocolate Three Musketeers are delicious, but I don't like regular Three Musketeers. No, wait.
Milky Way?
Yes, I like the dark chocolate Milky Ways, but I don't like regular Milky Ways. I don't know why.
Do you like Snickers?
No, I don't like Snickers. I don't want to eat your Snickers. I don't really want to eat your Twix.
Three Musketeers?
I love Three Musketeers.
All right, if it's down to dark chocolate Milky Way or Three Musketeers, which way are you going?
Dark chocolate Milky Way. But I love Three Musketeers.
Okay, what about Butterfinger or Baby Ruth?
I love Butterfinger. Butterfinger is my favorite candy bar in the whole wide world, and nobody ever has them.
So then why didn't you say that right there with the question?
Because you talked about Halloween.
Well, then in parentheses, we got
Butterfinger is my favorite candy bar ever. What about you?
When I was a little bit, I like Snickers the best. That was probably my favorite.
I don't know why I don't like them.
These days, I think instead of candy, I would just give me like a dark chocolate bar, and I'll be extremely happy. That's probably
You're
really
so lame.
But like 85% or 90% dark chocolate.
It's healthy food.
I love it. It's just super dark, super
I
rich.
really like almonds. No salt. No, I just like healthy. I like raisins. It's nature's candy.
Raisins. I ate raisins a bunch when I was a kid. I kind of think they're overrated nowadays.
Actually, I still like raisins. They're sticky though.
They are.
They're like sticky.
They are.
Gotta watch out for that.
I'm gonna go Snickers.
We're chocolate people though. Notice we didn't say like Starburst.
Skittles were a favorite candy I liked as a kid. I don't eat them nowadays though.
I don't like candy. I like chocolate. I'm a chocolate candy person, right?
Yeah.
So when you're in the shopping line, you know, at the grocery store and you got all the candy, I'm only ever tempted by the chocolate. Now my favorite Easter is the Cadbury egg. Y'all, that is so cool that the inside looks just like an egg and it's so ridiculously sweet and it's delicious and it's probably so bad for you, but it's so good.
Do you like? And we both are of the same opinion that we do not like Peeps.
I don't like Peeps.
Yeah,
I don't even like microwaving them to see them explode. I don't like anything about Peeps.
That is something I've never done.
What? I thought that was the thing everybody did. You put them in the microwave and see them get big.
No, I mean, every child burns an anthill with a magnifying glass, but not every child, explodes Peeps in a microwave.
I think you're the weird one that doesn't.
Did that.
I think you're the weird kid that doesn't do the Peeps. I think everybody else did.
Favors 100 grand. I don't know if I've ever had.
I've never had 100 grand. My students made fun of me. They were like, "You like Butterfingers?" I said, "Yeah." They're like, "I bet you like the weird ones, like the Heath bars." I'm like, "Oh my god, toffee? Yeah, I love Heath bars." And I like Charleston chews. It's like if it's the weirdest candy in the aisle, that's the one I'm gonna like.
Yeah. I
don't go with the flow. And I like caramellos. They are made by the same company, Cadbury, as Cadbury eggs, and they're delicious.
Reese's Cups are good. I won't deny that. Chocolate and peanut butter is a classic combination, but it's not my favorite candy.
No, I like Reese's Pieces so much better. It's just a candy-coated peanut butter. Candy-coated peanut butter. Genius.
So wait, what do you think? What do you think is better? Reese's Pieces or the peanut butter M&Ms? Not the peanut M&Ms, but the peanut butter M&Ms.
Reese's Pieces. They're smaller. I like it.
Okay. You're kind of like ET too.
Reese's Pieces. Reese's Pieces. I love Reese's Pieces.
I'm just gonna leave a trail of vodka and Reese's Pieces for you to follow.
I would so eat those.
Kazman, the world is seriously. There's so many expletives I want to use right now. I won't because
we are wearing masks.
The right kind of masks, and we are going trick or treating. The real type of trick or treating this Saturday.
I'm gonna knock on people's door.
And then I'm gonna
give me some candy.
I'm gonna sneeze in their face.
Give me some candy.
But there'll be certain houses we won't go to that are
Shanetsky.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
They're not gonna offer candy anyways.
They'll have
the ones with the signs won't have the candy.
They'll have if they got certain political signs on their yard, they will have their house in
they ain't
bubble
gonna
wrap,
have no
probably.
candy. You don't get candy.
All right.
They're gonna give away free masks and antibacterial.
Yeah, there we go. Maybe some soap too.
When is this gonna end?
Please show off your outfits. Jay Richards, man, thanks for joining. There we go. All right, so we've only got the top half. I guess I've got my whole outfit on. Yeah, you've got your little Ninja Turtle mini skirt and whatnot on there. The outfit actually is, I mean, you've got really long legs and a long torso, so the skirt is probably longer on more normal height people, but it's very
short on me.
Which
I wear it to school for homecoming week with a pair of jeans underneath, but even then I'm like, oh, that's suspect. Oh, that's suspect. Good thing I got some jeans on. Awkward.
So yeah, this is mine. It's got, you know, the L right there for the Leonardo, and then I've got that. I'm not wearing my turtle shell.
He has a turtle shell.
Turtle shell that goes
it's like a backpack.
So no, I'm not going to be wearing that right now because I'm sitting in a chair, obviously, for the next hour.
Yeah, it's super fun. Pretty much, we're going to be Ninja Turtles for the rest of Sophia's life, regardless of what she chooses to be.
Probably have signs.
No candy. No candy.
There's so many stories I could tell about.
No candy?
On the days I've been walking. No, on the experiences of people I've been walking.
Shit, we had some weird experiences on our walk in our neighborhood.
Oh my goodness.
Outdoors.
Oh my goodness. All right.
Who gonna get you?
Keep the comments and questions rolling, guys. We promise this is not a political discourse. Happy hour question and answer session.
This is so good. It doesn't even taste like alcohol.
I'm trying.
I feel like I should give
it's
it
a little
to
early
people
for me to drink
at like a bridal shower or like something where they're not expecting to get drunk, and I'll be like, it's just cranberry juice. And cranberry juice cocktail, but it's Polish vodka. No soup for you.
Brings me up quick. Do you have a favorite Seinfeld episode?
Oh,
and you guys listening?
Yes, I do.
If you have a favorite Seinfeld episode, let us know.
Wait, I do. I figured out. Okay, I didn't know that all of these were the same episode. You know how like they have different stories going on with each person?
Yeah.
It's the Subway episode. Okay, there's 4 different things. I think, yeah, it's the Subway episode. I can't remember what all happens, but I remember that George meets a girl on the subway and ends up getting chained to the bed in a hotel. And Elaine is just stuck on the subway. And it's like you can hear her voice in the end. That's just a funny episode for me. So for me, it's the Subway episode. And I can't remember what happens to Jerry or Kramer, but I know it's hilarious to all 4. And I was like, oh my God, this is the best episode. What about you?
I think it's either the parking garage episode or the Chinese restaurant one.
Oh,
that one's hysterical. Those are 2 of my favorites.
Where they're waiting in line and they're so hungry. I'm sorry. Seinfeld, when people don't find it funny,
it's a lack of intelligence.
No, I don't understand what's not. I'm like, you've never experienced any of the things that they've gone through, or like, really? Like,
I think I agree with David, one of our high school friends, David.
Try this for me.
I would assume it's probably a sign of a lack of intelligence because there's a little bit more.
You're insulting everybody right now. I was just saying I don't understand it. He was saying you're stupid. So let's just agree to disagree. Maybe people don't like Seinfeld.
Maybe, but I mean, what would a person like if they don't like Seinfeld? That's what I'm really curious. What are the kind of the stuff are they enjoying?
Probably the Big Bang Theory, which I don't laugh at. I don't think it's funny. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I've watched a couple episodes. The 2 Broke Girls show. We've tried to watch a few.
I can't believe 2 Broke Girls. I don't even want to talk about it. I watched the first episode. I was like, that's gonna tank. It's still on. I'm like, it's not good. What? Sorry.
Seinfeld, one of the worst season finales or series finales.
I already talked about what I think should be the season finale.
That Dexter. What else?
It makes or breaks you.
Lost.
Like there's odd. If I had known how bad the last episode of Lost was, I wouldn't have watched the entire season, like the entire series.
Yeah.
I am just
Game of Thrones, that's another one. That was really bad.
It's like both of those, Game of Thrones and Lost made it seem like there was a reason for everything. And you were with it. You were like, there's a bigger purpose. And you're like with the characters that die. And you're with it. Like there's a bigger purpose. And then at the end, to find that there is no bigger purpose, it just is, you're like, you did a terrible job of making there a bigger purpose. Like, what? I'm sorry, but what's up with in Game of Thrones, the little girl, I don't even remember her name. That's how much I blocked it out of my mind. But the little girl with the faces,
Arya.
What was the point? If you did it once, you used the skill once, then you honestly didn't even have to, because no one even knew what you looked like. Like, you could have just dressed up like a normal girl, like put some makeup on. Like,
yeah, it seemed like a
it was a waste of a talent that I was loving. I was like, this is so cool. She's gonna be so cool. And then I'm like, okay.
Well, that's
and what was the point of learning about the heritage of John? You're not gonna do anything with it. It's like, He's like, well, then don't give me the information if you're not gonna do anything with it. This is ridiculous.
I think part of the problem is that the books haven't been being finished written yet.
Then you know what? You should have just waited.
Yeah.
Been a little patient.
Well, the author isn't in the best of health, so I think he like scribbled down some notes for what he thought of was, so just in case he doesn't get to finish.
Well, he obviously wasn't in the best of health because it wasn't very good.
So
there's that.
What's up, Doug?
Right?
TV is horrible now.
We don't watch it now. That's why we watch old things.
We went and rewatched the entire series of Cheers. We're going back and rewatching House from the beginning.
We rewatched Frasier.
Frasier, yeah, which was awesome. Cheers, Frasier. We're doing House now.
Frasier means we're nerdy. Only nerdy people think
Yeah.
Frasier's funny because Frasier and his brother are funny. But it is funny.
It's elevated humor because they reference a lot of stuff from like classical literature.
But then the dad and the friend don't. Roz and them are normal. So
Yeah,
they have to be funny on the normal level and funny on the super like esoteric level. It was great.
Yeah. Big Bang used to be funny in the earlier seasons.
It's just not. It's not funny.
I haven't seen enough of the earlier stuff to know.
I don't know. I watch it and I'm like,
We haven't watched Modern Family in a while. The first few seasons of that were really funny. But
Modern Family was funny, but I don't know anything about it now.
Stuff. Yeah.
I don't know anything about it now.
Adam. It's not traditional horror, but my favorite psychological horror film is Lars von Trier's Antichrist. Dialogue and cinematography are some of the best I've ever seen of any genre.
I like this guy. He sounds interesting. Yeah. I like Adam Cuthbert.
I'm gonna have to look that one up. I've never seen that.
I like his rationale for it. I'll take it.
I'll have to go and watch. There we go. I don't know.
Well, that's what we talked about with the DC and the Marvel. You were saying, and I agree, you try to watch one of those DC universe films like Wonder Woman?
Wonder Woman.
It's like, I don't know how to explain it. The camera work is like it tries too hard.
Overexposed or something.
It's too overexposed. It's not something like the Avenger movie, like Iron Man is just like, I'm watching a movie. Cool. It's perfect. But then like DC tries too hard. I don't know how to explain it. Don't be self-indulgent. Just give us a movie.
WKR. That is an old show that we have not watched.
Never seen that.
Is an old one that we would actually need to check out.
I love it. I love old TV shows. Yeah. See, that's sad.
Rules of Engagement was a funny show. I haven't seen that one either.
What is it about? What is Rules of Engagement about? You know what I did watch that he's never seen that was fascinating, that wasn't really funny, but it's like kind of was, but it was a thinker and it's super applicable to today, is Person of Interest. If you've ever seen Person of Interest, you rewatch it, it's like, it takes place from 2012, I think was when it opened, or like 2008. It's from like 2008 to 2012, okay? Yeah. So not any time recent. And you're watching it like, oh, wow, this is relevant to today. I'm a little creeped out. So I can't talk to him about anything I see on Person of Interest, but it was good. And it ended really well, actually. Like I thought it like took a weird turn and I was like, I don't think I like it. I don't think I like it. Okay, it ended. Okay, I like it. So it helps at the end. It actually, it's worth it to go all the way through. Yeah. I'm tired of watching shows that suck.
All right. Let's go. We missed this one. Carbs or protein are more. Actually, here, we'll get this question first. That was good. Person of Interest was an amazing show. Might come back.
Oh, it could too. Oh, you haven't watched it, and then they took it off Netflix, and I was like, Robert, you need to watch it. He's like, I don't want to watch it. It's really good. Yeah.
It's probably going to CBS.
It's really good.
All right. Carbs or protein more important to you?
After the workout.
After workout. I would say by and large, what you want to.
I want to guess.
Okay, go ahead.
Here's what I think Robert's going to say based on being his wife. Does that mean I'm right? No, probably that I'm wrong. Okay. I think this is what Robert's going to say. Protein doesn't matter when you get it. Get the required amount each day. Carbs, if you get it after, it's probably going to help you. He's going to say something sciencey that I can't say because I don't know it. But I feel like he's going to say protein, it doesn't matter what time of day you get it. Carbs, go ahead and get it after the workout because it'll. Am I right? Okay, I'm wrong. Don't listen to me. It's okay.
I would say it depends on what your nutrition was pre-workout. What did you have, and how far before your workout did you have something to eat?
Did you consume?
If you eat something like a bowl of oats with some milk and like a protein powder and some like nut butter in there or something like that, like a typical pre-workout.
So that has everything. You just named
all.
Well, no,
that's what I'm saying. It's got protein, carbs, and fats for a reason. It's got fiber, which means it's going to have a slow, delayed release of amino acids and nutrients into the bloodstream.
I wouldn't work out right after that.
If you eat, say you eat that at 9, you train at 10. You train until maybe 11:30. Your body's still going to be in the process of digesting, absorbing, and assimilating all of those nutrients in there to where you won't need to eat anything immediately post-workout. You could, but there's not a need to that. Now, if you're going into if you're having a fasted training session.
Yes, I'm fasted. Let's pretend I'm fasted. I wake up and I work out.
Protein is the most essential
thing.
Yeah, because
so wrong.
Resistance training, initially, it does stimulate muscle protein synthesis, so it will start the muscle building process. But eventually, it's going to get outpaced by muscle protein breakdown because resistance training or any form of intense exercise also ignites catabolism in the body. So you want to quash that as soon as possible if you're trying to optimize things. Like we're assuming you have a fundamental basic level of nutrition and you're taking all that. So if we're looking to accelerate, supplement, optimize things to the next level, protein is most important. Carbs can be beneficial in that they will spike insulin. Your muscles are more receptive or most receptive
as opposed to
carbohydrates after that. So insulin sensitivity is better. Your muscles are more receptive to the nutrients then. So if there's a time you're going to have a bunch of carbs, it's going to be, within that peri-workout window, so either immediately after training or you could do like 50-50, have a bunch before.
What about intras? Why are intras carbs? Intras aren't protein. Intras are carbs.
They're carbs and they'll have amino acids, which amino acids are essentially protein.
Why aren't they protein? Why isn't an intra protein?
Because it would be too long to digest. You would be finished the workout before it actually got all the way through your system and digested.
So intras are fast digesting carbs.
Fast digesting carbs or amino acids, yes.
Okay.
Like if you wanted to use a protein powder in the middle of your workout, you'd use something like a hydrolyzed protein, like a hydrolyzed whey, since that's already pre-digested, which is essentially what a free-form amino acids are. They're already pre-digested, so they're going to go through the GI tract much faster.
Protein? Does that take as long to digest?
Well, no, because it's hydrolyzed, so it's already pre-broken down, just like hydrolyzed whey is. But the problem with collagen is that it's so low in leucine, it's not going to fully stimulate muscle protein synthesis. It's a poor anabolic protein source. It's good for hair, skin, nails, connective tissues, joint.
Oh, but not like my muscles.
Right, just because it's due to low in leucine. It's high in proline, hydroxyproline, and glycine, which are great for collagen synthesis, but not so much for muscle.
If somebody had plastic surgery, should they take collagen protein or just regular protein? I watched an episode of Real Housewives of Orange County, and he said to his person, make sure you eat lots of protein after she had some kind of like plastic surgery or something.
Yeah, well, it's good. You've done trauma to the body, and so your body's going to be upregulating all the protein synthetic pathways. So supplying your body with enough protein. Plus, women tend to undereat protein, which would delay the recovery process from surgery.
Yeah. Okay.
So, if we're going to simplify things, I would say protein is more important, just because glycogen resynthesis or glycogen replenishment is a 24-hour process. You don't need to be as concerned with carbohydrates post-workout.
Okay.
If you aren't training again later that day, you're not like a kid that's got multiple soccer events in a certain day or something, like, or a high school athlete that's got 2-a-days or something along those lines. I would choose protein over carbs just for the fact that you need to get those amino acids in the body, support the muscle recovery and repair process. Plus, whey protein, if you're going to do a fast digesting thing, is insulinogenic, so it will spike insulin just like carbohydrates would. So it'll facilitate the nutrient uptake a little bit quicker. So that's my thoughts on it. I would do both, obviously. I mean, usually I do a whole meal after I finish training.
Who's TJ Finley?
I have no idea. That's what I'm going to look up. I wonder if LSU expected to start TJ Finley at Auburn.
Wait.
Oh, that's the freshman quarterback.
What? I got to be honest with you guys. Don't hate us, but we haven't been paying attention to any college football or NFL.
This whole season has been like a freaking joke. So I haven't paid a single attention.
Haven't paid attention to any
college football,
any NFL or college football because they changed the schedule. Is there even a marching band? Then it doesn't count. Well,
some stadiums aren't allowing fans either. And it's like there's going to be a giant asterisk on this whole season. So we've just kind of said peace out to this whole season of football. And I don't want to hear commentators griping about.
I don't want to hear people talking about masks for politics. I want football.
Yeah, I
don't want to see you anything about with the kneeling and I want football. And that's the thing. That was a beautiful part of like sports. It was like neutral from everything else. And it was just like, I hate you because you're an Alabama fan. Has nothing to do with political, religious,
what Nick
whatever.
Saban said about what political candidate.
I want just young football player tackled mine when he shouldn't have. Boo! Like, I just want football. And so because I can't watch it without hearing, because I like hearing what they say about the game.
Yeah.
You know, like I like the game. I like everything about it. And so I don't want to have to mute it. Like, shut up. I just want to watch the game.
Yeah.
I know,
man. I know Finley started this past weekend because your
What
boy
happened?
was injured. He got a lower leg injury or lower body injury is what they described it as. And so the offense
I feel bad for him.
The offense put up 52 points, which was like the season high.
With the Auburn kid?
With the freshman, yeah.
Well,
TJ
then I
Finley.
guess our thoughts are he's good.
Yeah, instead of Miles Brennan. So
poor Miles Brennan.
You
either got it or you don't, guys.
Yeah.
You either got it or you don't.
Sorry, Trapilla. We'll pause right now for 10 seconds for you to go find a costume real quick and then hop back to the chat. Ready, set, go.
I love this outfit. Thank you. He is a great actor.
He's creepy in Escape Plan, Schwarzenegger and Stallone movie where they're locked in that Blackwater prison.
He's a bad guy in that movie, and I've never seen him as a bad guy.
Yeah,
ever.
creepy bad guy. You did a really good job on that one.
Okay, I gotta say, I love Person of Interest because it makes me suspend my reality. Because he in the movie, like in the TV show, he's like, how do I say it? He's like amazing. Like he can kick anybody's butt. And it makes you think I could kick people's butt, but I can't. Like, I was like, I want to be trained in special forces, to which Robert's like, dude, that would take years and years and years and years of training. I was like, I want to be like, I wanted to be like him in Person of Interest. Except in order to do that, you have to have no soul.
Do you? I mean,
yeah, you have to have no soul. No, if you watch the show, it makes it very clear about the rules of being in the CIA, and you can't really have a soul.
Sign me up.
So there's that.
Mentalist was smart. Well done.
I heard about it, but I never saw it.
I do remember that show. We watched Numbers, which was pretty good for a while.
Numbers.
That was good. Which again, that fits
I would show it to students.
Math-oriented personality.
I would show it to students about how you could use math to solve crimes. But then I had to like pick and choose because it was junior high, and I was like,
Don't want to get fired for showing your kids inappropriate material.
Right. Like serial killer hurting women. Find the guy that just robs stores.
Remember that 4-gauge pre-question from the previous podcast?
4-gauge.
We talked about that on the final scoop this past weekend. Do you want me to read you the formula breakdown on it, Devin, or can you clarify on that? I'm a little confused with that. I think it's a dumpster fire pre-workout. It's not,
That means bad?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, is a dumpster fire ever good?
I don't know. There's like words now. Like I recently learned that there's words that mean things. Like, oh God, like I'm translating like students and they mean things. And I don't know. Like if you say something like cup or something, it means good. I don't know. Or like it means false. I don't know. There's like different words.
Something
no, maybe it wasn't cup. I don't like I'm saying. I don't remember what it was. Maybe it wasn't cup. It was like something like that. And it was like if you say it, you're cool. I don't know. That's why I don't say it. Except cool.
Question from Matt. Have we tried Corezone? No. I talked to Kenton a lot about this when I had him on the podcast a couple months back.
Okay.
This is their new nootropic, which is dynamite, super fully loaded. I really like it. Yeah, that's what I'll do right here. I like it. Where's the share screen button? There we go. Share screen. No, thank you. Get rid of that. All right, so we've got nice complex of B vitamins. If we're gonna nitpick, I mean, this is a really solid formula. If we're gonna nitpick and just look for small areas maybe where we can improve things, vitamin B6 we could move that to the P5P form instead of pyridoxine hydrochloride, just so you get a little bit more bioavailable active form in the body. Alcar at 1 gram is solid. L-tyrosine is solid at 1 gram. I dose those anywhere between 1 and 2 grams each when I'm formulating
products.
It's
a nootropic?
For it. Yeah.
Okay.
1,000 milligrams of taurine, which is good. It stimulates some GABA receptors in the brain. So it does a bunch of things. It's an amino acid that's stored in the heart, skeletal muscle tissue, and brain. So it activates a bunch of different pathways in the body. It acts as an antioxidant. It acts as an osmolyte, which means it helps regulate fluid balance within the cell, and it can help with cell expansion, which is why it's in a lot of pump formulas, because it's kind of like creatine and betaine, and that it helps the cells soak up more water, so you get water-based pumps. but it also stimulates GABA receptors in the brain, which is the inhibitory neurotransmitter. So that when you do that, a lot of people get anxious, jittery, or a little too overstimulated from caffeine. So pairing something that is GABAergic with a stimulant might help kind of do what theanine does and kind of bring it down a little bit and give you that more controlled focus. Right, yeah, relaxation without sedation is what it does. CDP choline at 500 milligrams, love that dose. I love CDP choline. That's my favorite or preferred form of choline in nootropics. You usually don't see 500 milligrams. You might see 250 to 300, but most people aren't putting 500 just because it's expensive. 500 milligrams of mucuna, which is going to work with L-tyrosine. So L-dopa is the immediate precursor to dopamine in the body. Tyrosine is converted to L-dopa, and then L-dopa is converted into dopamine. So you're getting that. So 50% L-dopa, so you're getting 250 milligrams of L-dopa, which is a good dose. 300 milligrams, which is the research-backed dose to bacopa at the 50% bacicide. So you take that. That's something that's not going to have as many acute effects. It might have. It's an adaptogen, so it will help reduce some stress, help promote feelings of calm and relaxation. But the main benefits of supplementing with bacopa are that it's going to enhance memory long-term and recall. So you take that for 4 to 8 weeks continuously daily. That's the one of the ones I take every day along with lion's mane. So I'll take that. Yeah, good stuff with that. 150 with caffeine and hydrous, which is right in my sweet spot for a nootropic. I don't like anything more than 200. I don't see the purpose of it. You like Neurofactor. Neurofactor is my jam, man. I love that ingredient. Super great. It increases BDNF in the brain, which is one of the peptides that's responsible for growth, repair, maintenance of neurons, and doing all that stuff. Good, really good. I notice it gives like a certain mental energy, like a mental charge or a neural charging effect. Different than caffeine, but it wakes you up, almost like lion's mane does to me, at least. 200 micrograms of huperzine A, which is a super solid dose, is going to go really well with that CDP choline for acetylcholine production. And 10 milligrams of pregnenolone, which is an interesting ingredient that you won't find in many
So this sounds really great. Okay, so can I take it every day?
I wouldn't, just because the half-life on huperzine is 16 to 20 hours. And usually with certain ingredients, I recommend cycling them. So, use it 5 on, 2 off, 4 on, 3 off. So take a break on the weekends.
Because some of it sounded like you want to take it every day because it builds and has something good.
Well, yeah, bacopa, yes, you would. Lion's mane, sure. Neurofactor, you could even as well. CDP choline, yes, you could, because most people don't get enough choline in their diets. I wouldn't recommend doing something like huperzine every day, just because it's got such a long half-life. I think that's probably want to be cycled as well. And what's really good about Coarse, not a lot of companies do this, but Kenton does most of their write-ups, and he's a super sharp guy, and he gives a really good detailed breakdown of all the ingredients here. So yeah, good shout out to them there. Very, very good quality company.
Yeah, this is my 2 cents. I like the labels.
Oh yeah, well they just went through a rebranding. So what do you think of their labels?
I really like it.
Because usually
one that clean and intelligent.
Usually one that doesn't care for labels a whole lot. So
no, I mean I can tell you if I don't like something, but I like this. It looks like, how do I say this? It looks intelligent.
Looks intelligent.
It looks intelligent. It looks like if I use that, then they know what they're talking about. They're very scientific.
I already had that. Just wanted your thoughts on it. What do you think of the effects, man? How would you like the effects on it? I like it a lot. For like a comprehensive nootropic, it's hitting on all the right paths that I like to. I'm going to search from Jack Factory is another really super solid one that's dosed very well and extremely affordable too.
Now, if people come from your site, do you get a discount?
No, it's not a discount. I've signed up since I get asked so many different products for stuff like that, I'm starting to create lists on the supplement edge, like quality lists on Amazon. So any of the products I recommend on there, I don't get any direct commission from the companies or anything like that. It's just I've signed up as an Amazon associate just because we have an Amazon Prime account, and I'm constantly recommending products to people on Amazon. So I figure, why not? If I can make $1 or $2 here or there, help the site out and things like that.
Oh, it's Amazon that pays us.
Yes, but you have to click the links on the Supplement Engineer site or Steve's site, superlivingtoday.com, and do that. I'm sorry that it tastes bad, but
I know, just down it.
Yeah, just shoot it. That's a question for all of you out there. How do you take your supplements? Do you just chug them? Like if you're doing a pre-workout or a nootropic, do you chug them or you just kind of sip them, and then once you start to feel the effects and you get a kick, and then you stop sipping them?
That's a good question.
Because that's what I typically do with nootropics, is that I usually finish my entire serving of pre-workout.
But for a nootropic, you will sip it until you feel it, and then you stop drinking.
Yeah, and then when I feel like that initial buzz from like the caffeine wearing off, then I'll kind of just sip it, maybe have a little bit more sip again.
So you're like, it's like alcohol. You know how like if you feel the alcohol, you've gone too far. Like you should stop drinking because you're still gonna feel it. Yeah. And so I think that's kind of how you're you're doing. It's like, well, I feel the alcohol, like, oh, I'm gonna stop. So once I feel the nootropics, I'm gonna stop. I doubt most people are like that.
No, I think most people probably down the whole thing.
Well, it's the same thing with like your plate. You know, you hear about whatever serving that a restaurant gives you is pretty arbitrary. It's just
yeah.
And so you just filled your plate, and then everybody just finishes their plate because they think that that's what they're supposed to do. But one of the things is like, no, create an actual portion and only eat what you need, and then just leave the rest. You're one of those people. I'm one of those people that's like, oh, it's on my plate. I guess I have to eat it. I think it's funny.
Were your parents one of those ones that made you clean your plate every night? Like, regardless of how much food you put on your plate, you had to eat the entire thing? Is that where it's rooted in?
This is important. I was the garbage disposal in my house. So I wanted other people not to finish their food so I could eat it for them. So put it this way, the plates were always clean in our house. No one had to tell anybody anything. Yeah.
Don't give it to oh man, it's that bad? Oh, you've had some tasting supplements.
It's a good product.
That's disappointing because I've heard some good things about Coarse flavoring, especially for like their proteins and stuff.
I don't know.
I'm trying to figure out what's so nasty in there that's
going to make it gross. Flavor. That's a good question.
Those ingredients are fairly common to all the nootropic
right. So what's the ingredient? Maybe it's that new thing you said.
The pregnenolone? It's such a small dose. It's 10
maybe
milligrams.
It's a really nasty ingredient.
Maybe, but I don't know.
Maybe put some mushroom in it to tone it down.
Dry scoop.
We've done that. We've put mushroom in things to like. Well, that's to tame sweet things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If something already tastes like dirt, then you're kind of just SOL. Maybe stack it with a non-stim pump formula that tastes really good and cover it up. Pre-workout always in water for me.
Mm.
There was a funny thing back on the bodybuilding.com forums back in the day that if you took pre-workout and you mixed, this was one of the reps, I won't say the company, and if Doug was watching, he used to be on the bodybuilding.com forums, he probably knows the exact rep that I'm talking about and which company he worked for. You took sparkling water or like carbonated water or seltzer or something like that, and then you mixed it with pre-workout, and then the theory was that the carbonation, the bubbles make it hit harder and all of this stuff. So you see people in the comment threads trying this.
That's something you would believe. I hear you.
I mean, it's refreshing. If like I understand it's more refreshing. You get the bubbles and the tingle, so it's kind of like an energy drink or homemade energy drink. From like a physiological level and a biological level, it's not hitting. The carbonation is not doing anything to potentiate the effects of caffeine in the body or anything like that.
So 8th grade year, I always caught a ride home with Andy Buffington. And one day I'm like, hey man, you ready to go home? And he goes, oh, I forgot to tell you, I'm trying out for the track team. I was like, what? Well, how am I going to get home? I already missed the bus. I'm like, I guess I'll try out for track too. Well, just so we know, in 8th grade, they didn't cut. So I made the team. I was a mile runner because someone had to come in last. But anyway, on the track team, while I was on the track team in 8th grade, my one athletic thing, they told us, don't drink carbonation. It's bad for you if you're a track person. Like if you're running, you shouldn't have any carbonation. Well, I gotta tell you, I'm a rule follower. So I was like, okay, I'll just stay off the soda. So for that entire year of my 8th grade year, I didn't drink a single carbonated beverage. Freshman year comes, I don't know, there's like a homeroom party or something and somebody gives me a soda. I go to take a sip and I was like, it's so bubbly. Like my body had not been used to carbonation for a whole year. It hurt, like the bubbles. And even now I'm like, ooh, damn bubbles. Ooh, damn bubbles. Ooh, damn bubbles.
Well, with certain energy drinks, they've started to tame down the amount of carbonation because that can add like a certain different flavor to it. It can help make acidic things taste a little bit more acidic.
Interesting.
There's like a certain pop that goes on with carbonated beverages.
Bubble.
Yeah, so you'll find different flavors. This is one thing I was talking about with James Gracely, the guy that sent us the Zero Performance.
Yeah, the Zero Performance is good.
They turn down the carbonation compared to other energy drinks on the market because it can be a little bit too aggressive or abrasive. Sometimes certain flavors.
Let's do it.
So that's an interesting thing. There's so many like.
They don't make carbonated coffee, do they? You ever thought about that?
That sounds gross.
You don't know that that's gross. What if it's good?
How would you even make that?
I don't know. How do you make anything, Robert? You make like an iced coffee. You just carbonate it.
Yeah, I was trying to think hot, but you wouldn't want hot.
It'd be like an iced coffee. Carbonated coffee.
Yeah, cold brew or something.
I have $1 million ideas all the time, and then people just make them, and then they exist.
Because I mean, they have like the high brew or highball or whatever those coffee drinks are called.
Okay, so everybody has those coffee drinks, the protein ones, and I'm thinking to myself, just Just put protein powder in your coffee. Just put protein powder in. It's like so much cheaper to just get the protein powder and put it in your coffee than to have coffee with protein in it. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Yeah, it makes sense.
They're buying.
Well, it's the RTDs things. That's
the RTD. What?
RTD. You're talking about the protein coffees. Those are RTDs, ready to drink. So they're in the bottle with a little screw top. People don't want to be bothered. Because it's so hard to. I mean, how hard is it to cook your own food? But look at all the fast food restaurants and meal prep services that have popped up.
Well, some of that food is fancy.
It's the same thing. It's a convenience thing.
I mean, I'm gonna make a gyro. I'm not gonna get like a rotisserie.
A vertical rotisserie at that. We have a horizontal rotisserie. We don't have a vertical rotisserie.
Dude, Robert went through this culinary phase where he just had like new gadgets. It's like just like cabinets full of gadgets that he never used.
That's not true. We used them sparingly. Whenever we had parties, we would do for something.
Okay.
We'd use the rotisserie to cook whole chickens.
Okay.
We used the slow cooker to cook chilies and stews and all that good stuff.
Speaking of which, for Thanksgiving, we're going to cook Cornish hens. Right? I thought you were going to be like with me.
You just said I don't cook anything and I don't use any of the contraptions that I buy.
Make me a Cornish hen. I can't eat if you don't cook for me.
Well, you can go buy your gyro. Okay, I'm sure they're open on. They're Greek. They don't know what Thanksgiving is. They're going to go.
That's a good question. Is the Greek place open on Thanksgiving?
Right.
These are good questions. I don't know.
Coffee flavored.
Is there?
I don't.
See, I just made it up. Gosh.
I don't think so. CJ and I reviewed those. It must have been like 3 or 4 years ago now.
Are they bubbly?
I don't remember them being bubbly. No, and this is before the keto drinks came out. It was just regular coffee flavored. I don't think they were. They were milky tasting and coffee-ish. I don't remember them.
Interesting.
Having any kind of carbonation.
I mean,
but I don't think you want something super like. I mean, if you take the amount of carbonation that's in these carbonated water, you put that in coffee, that's gonna be gross.
I don't know. It all hurts my throat.
Yeah, that would just be gross. Wow, you.
Dude, I'm hungry.
Typically, when we're all these things, she still has like a third to a half of this left. All that's left is the melted ice in this.
It was really good. Y'all, that apple Zubroka, nothing compares. That's so easy to drink. It's so good. And I'm so hungry. Today I got fed lunch, which sounds like a good thing because it is. But see, I like it when I get fed lunch buffet style. Like, here, serve yourself. I'm like, thanks. Because then I make a big pot, and then I come back and I make another plate, and I can make like 2 or 3 plates. But today, it was a boxed lunch, and I just knew. And it was so sweet. They had a little sandwich, and they had a little cup of fruit, and a little salad. And I wanted 2 of those. I wanted another sandwich, and another bowl of fruit, and another salad. Y'all, people just don't make enough food for me. I'm so hungry.
Yeah, you will eat an entire dinner that we cook here, and then you'll still go back for something afterwards. You will like make an apple of like sliced apples and
blue
like
cheese.
A 3-ounce portion of blue cheese or something like that.
It's so hungry.
So yeah,
I get so hungry. I'm sorry. You don't know what it's like to be hungry, Robert. It's day in, day out.
I'm saying fat.
No, what? You don't get as hungry as I do. I feel like you have an advantage.
No, I don't. I guess I'm lucky in that regard.
Robert could fast, and he wouldn't even, like, let's do a fast to end war or something. You know how people like do like 24-hour fasts or something? Yeah. I don't know. He'd be fine. I'd be like, I'd die.
Sorry.
I would die. Like, I remember at LSU, you had a meal plan?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So in the Union, they had a sandwich place. They had like a Blimpie.
Yeah, it was Blimpie.
Okay.
Yeah. And
they had a smoothie. Well, one of the meals, the entire meal was a smoothie. I was like, fruit? I want a smoothie as my drink. And then I want to go to Blimpie, get a sandwich. And I would have to spend 2 meals for my sandwich, my little half sandwich. I mean, I packed that thing as much as I could, but like 1 little half sandwich and a smoothie was 2 meals. I was like, that is crazy. I'm a growing college student. Where you at?
Yeah, my go-to is always the little personal pan pepperoni pizza from Pizza Hut.
Exactly. Okay.
The breadsticks.
Yeah, that wouldn't have filled me up. It was like a little tiny. Oh, but then I discovered. Wait. This is important. Then I discovered the soul food. Like the food, there was like a fried chicken and stuffing and mashed potatoes, and I was like, oh, let's get some of that. It was so good. And then you could do the make your own pasta.
Mm-hmm.
Make my own pasta. I would ask for a scoop of garlic, a scoop of garlic butter. It was so good. And roasted garlic as one of my ingredients. I was like, and a roasted garlic as the ingredient with my artichokes.
That's the reason why you didn't date much in college.
I did date in college. I had 2 men want to marry me.
Not including me.
It helped that I was waiting to have sex till I was married. And they would say all the time, I can't wait to marry you. Did they want to marry me? Or did they want to marry me? I guess we'll never know. Because I didn't marry either of them. I told my high school girls, I was like, y'all need to wait to have sex till you're married, because then all the guys in college are going to want to marry you.
All right, well, that's today's embarrassing story.
I'm not embarrassed.
Back to supplements.
Oh, good job.
Morphogen adaptogens are so delicious. That's interesting because their adaptogens are just like ground up plants. I mean, adaptogens are some of the worst tasting compounds out there, like rhodiola, lion's mane, bacopa. Yeah, and he said Morphogen's adaptogens. I talked with Ben on the podcast about this. Let me pull up the formula real quick.
Yeah. Tell me.
Let's see. Adrenal support and neuro-enhancing complex.
Ooh, that sounds exciting. So it's like a nootropic.
Yeah, well, it's anti-stress, anti-anxiety.
I want some of that.
Because obviously that's why a lot of adaptogen or a lot of nootropic formulas actually include.
Does he do vanilla cream or chocolate dream?
Yeah, who put that up? Kazmon, which flavor did you go with, vanilla or chocolate? Come here, hello, come on. All right, let's see.
Ooh, look at all the mushrooms. I'm happy already.
Yeah, we got a gram of cordyceps, a gram of lion's mane, awesome. Gram of reishi, gram of holy basil leaf.
This is different.
A gram of bovine adrenal glandular tissue.
I want this. Buy it for me. 500
milligrams of phosphatidylcholine. 300 milligrams of magnolia bark, which is cool. That's an underrated stress ingredient. It's in also in Glaxon sedative.
This is exciting. I want to try
ginseng,
this.
Which is awesome. 100 milligrams of CoQ10 and 100 milligrams of my favorite ingredient,
Neurofactor. This sounds great. Let's try it. And you said it tastes good.
Well, I think the cream plays really well with the mushrooms because they're earthy flavors. So the cream kind of helps probably cover it up really well.
Oh, okay. Wait. Make sure he tells us if it's chocolate or vanilla, and then I want one.
Yeah, and this is a different riff on adaptogens. I remember talking with Ben about this when he was on the podcast. Ahead of releasing this formula. It doesn't include the typical players like rhodiola, ashwagandha, bacopa. Like those are typical ones. They've got a bunch of different mushrooms in here, plus magnolia bark. Sometimes you'll see lemon balm and stuff. No, that's chaos and pain.
No, I have shirts. I thought they were adaptogen.
Well, it's called Adaptogen Science. That's a brand. I don't even know if they're around anymore. That was a brand that we had tried a bunch of protein powder from back when we were in
I have
Michigan,
a shirt.
Or when we first moved down to Texas back in 2017.
I want this.
So, yeah.
I'm like Veruca Salt. I want an Oompa Loompa now.
Trust me, chocolate dream. Okay, I could see that working. The mushrooms with the chocolate powder.
I'm interesting that you're drinking something that's not a protein powder that's chocolate.
Yeah, I've tried a chocolate pre-workout before. Like Bang released a chocolate pre-workout. It was not good.
Right, and so this is interesting.
At all. But I could see the mushrooms giving that kind of creamy, thicker texture that you'll get from like a whey protein or any kind of protein powder, really.
Yeah.
I wonder if chocolate collagen would be good because we tried all those other collagens.
What was the collagen I liked? Oh, the honey. It was the Honey Nut Cheerios, which I would assume didn't have any flavor at all, but it was really good. It tasted exactly like Honey Nut Cheerios. And then the other ones tasted like nails. Not like hammering nails, but like B.I.B. biting around fingernails. And I just put it in a drink. That was so gross. It makes me gag a little thinking about it.
Yeah. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just a little.
All right, guys. This is going to be the last call for questions. We'll do some of the housekeeping stuff here. If you like the channel, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you have any questions about supplements or looking for a personal one-on-one consultation, see if you're not wasting your money on some garbage products like the 4-gauge pre-workout, click the link down below for
Adaptogen sounds good.
Yeah, well, Morphogen's a super quality company. I've got no qualms about that. Morphogen Ben does some dynamic formulas, and they're getting ready to release a protein bar in November.
It's so ballsy, I think, to release a protein bar when there's so many out there already.
Well, you could say the same thing for energy drinks.
Yeah, I think it's ballsy for all of those things. There's so many out there. It's almost like it's oversaturated, but yet somehow.
No, fitness, if anything, this year has taught us the importance of being fit and healthy. So I think it's the industry has been going up. I think it's only going to continue to go from here. So
like the housing industry in 2008.
Yeah, but except you don't have the government handing out bad loans to people to buy supplements.
Okay. I hear you.
Although this is interesting.
Okay.
There is a credit thing on most brand sites now. It's called Sizzle or Sizzle or something.
Yeah, we just saw it. It was like, this costs $48 or 4 monthly payments of $12. Right. So I thought.
What are your thoughts on that? You buying and doing installment payments for supplements?
Here's what I think. You only do an installment if it's really expensive and you can't afford it. If you can't afford $50, I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not talking about like a 16-year-old who's working at Whataburger, like on the weekends. I mean, we're talking about like adults. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe college. I mean, when I was in college, I didn't have any money.
Right.
But I still wouldn't have done a payment plan. I would have waited until I got the $50 and then I would have spent
it there. So yeah, and I've talked about.
That's weird. I don't want to keep up with all those payments. That's a lot.
Well, you can probably set up auto pay, but my thing is that supplements are supposed to be supplemental. So if you're having to do installment payments on a supplement, I think there are probably other aspects of your life where the money is probably better spent or more needed. Yeah. I would assume.
Okay, furniture, house, car. Those things make sense for installments.
Oh yeah, okay. All right.
Food?
No. I was talking about.
Hey, Taco Bell, can I pay this for $1 a month?
No, I thought you were talking about big things that just like important things, not just big things.
I'm talking about furniture, car, house are monthly installment items. Anything other than that, why would I do a monthly installment of it? That's weird to me.
I think the one instance where it would be sent, like some brands for when the major holidays hit around. So like Christmas, they'll do huge sales. So where people might want to buy 6 months worth of supplements on like a huge Christmas sale or like a Labor Day sale, maybe then paying those out. So if you buy $600 worth of supplements, that'll last your whole year. Maybe
I don't do things like that. I'm not going to sit there and spend $600 worth of supplements in one time. No, I don't do that.
I don't think most consumers do either, but I'm trying to think of cases where that might serve purpose because most people buy like a 1 month supply stuff. So I've got my 30 serving pre-workout, and plus there's not much for brand loyalty. Sure, there are some diehards that stick to one brand, but a lot of people, there's so many great products out there. People are trying different products and different brand stuff each month.
Okay, now I'm hungry again. Yeah.
Sandy likes the Glaxon greens.
I do.
You tried PE Science greens? No, I have not.
Wait, PE Science. Wait, we have shirts like that or something.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do. No, I should stop saying that because you know more than I do. I like how we go to type in PE Science and we get Joe Pesci.
PE Science greens. I think I remember this coming out on.
We do have something PE Science. I'm not making this up.
We've tried some stuff in the past from their protein and oats, which is just rolled oats that are pulverized with protein powder.
That's it.
All right, so here's what we got for their PE Science things. Share screen again. Yes. I wish they just automated this. I didn't have to click that. All right, so we've got 3 grams of glycine, which is going to support collagen production. It's also
this is exciting.
A calming ingredient. There's research showing that 3 grams of glycine before bed enhances sleep, which is
so maybe cool. This is like a bedtime.
Well, yeah, it supports the calming neurotransmitters.
What's the flavor though? It doesn't. Is it a pill?
No, it's a powder.
But what does it taste like? It doesn't say what flavor. It says smooth, light flavor.
Okay, so it tastes like greens. Maybe.
Tastes like greens because it's obviously it doesn't have a lot of reds.
Yeah, we've got an antioxidant blend of Spectra, 100 milligrams anywhere. You typically see 25 to 50 milligrams. 100 milligrams is not bad. Super mushroom extract blend. Yeah, that's not bad. It's on the lower end. I mean, you're getting 6 different mushrooms in there.
I like the taste of mushrooms.
So you're only getting 100 milligrams of each mushroom extract at most. And then 2,200 milligrams of a greens blend. My issue with greens is that I don't think they're doing much of anything.
Okay.
You're getting some mushrooms in there, and you'll get some extra antioxidants from the Spectra. My issue with greens is that sure it says freeze-dried spinach powder. Do we actually know the quality of these, and what are we actually getting from these greens? We might be getting some chlorophyll, maybe some other antioxidants, but we have no idea about the actual vitamin and mineral content.
Right. You're saying because it's water soluble.
Right. Might there be some of the fat-soluble nutrients still in there, micronutrients? Maybe, but you really don't know, and there's next to no research on them. No, I'm just.
But if people are using that in lieu of, that's where you disagree.
For $50 or one-time purchase, here we go. All right, that was 2 cards. So $25, 30 servings, so it's less than $1 a serving. I don't think that you're getting much of anything from greens.
He just wants you to eat the broccoli.
Yeah, just eat the real food. Yeah, I mean, there's some good tasting green supplements out there. Before I get follow up on that post here. Okay.
Oh.
Or you can afford it, but installments make you not feel as bad.
Okay. I hear what you're saying. Like a placebo effect.
Yeah, usually you're not spending as much.
To me, can I tell you, I'm the opposite of that. An installment would make me feel worse because then I'm committing to months.
She is scared of commitment.
I'm committing to months of paying for this. Am I going to pay for it on the right time? Am I going to miss a payment? That scares me. I'd rather pay for it out. We're about to buy a car at some point in life. I want to pay for it outright. I want to just drop the $40,000 and not have a car note. And he refuses to do this great idea.
It's a smart thing to do.
He's like, it's our money. It's earning interest in the bank. I'm like, yeah, it's earning 28 cents a month.
That's still 28 cents more.
I would rather just pay for the damn thing than like worry about the car payment and worry about, and every month we have to pay $500 on the car. Like that bothers me. I'd rather just pay for the thing. So for me, it's a less of a stressor to just drop the money.
Right, but are you the one that's going online to pay the bill?
No.
Okay.
If you die, I will have nowhere to pay anything. I'm not going to know anything. I'm going to lose and be like, I don't know any of the passwords. I don't know any of the.
All you need to do is just chop off my index finger and just go touch it to my iPad and rehydrate it in some water.
I don't know any of the passwords. I don't know any of the. I don't know any of the. It's bad, y'all.
You'll be fine.
You just need to make me a cheat sheet before you croak. God, I don't know what I'm going to do. So anyways, I'd rather just pay for it outright. Boom.
All right.
I'm different than the average bear.
It's all right.
Fine.
That's why I love you.
I am different. Ow.
All right, guys. I think we are going to call it quits for this live Q&A. Thank you again for joining us. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. If you got any other questions that we didn't address, or if YouTube was being stupid and didn't post your question on the side like it did for Devin, go ahead and shoot me an email at the supplementengineer@gmail.com, and we will catch you guys